Hello everyone, this is Deceptiwolf, and as the title suggests for this, we are basically going to go over some of the things that I have purchased and actually attained over the past month. Well, at least as far as the Gylos is concerned anyway. I will admit that some of the stuff I attained in April, but I ordered it in March, so theoretically it counts, as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, we're going to start off with something of a rarity in the Gylos universe, a reissue. Specifically, the God Beast Kabatamushi Deceptiwolf Supreme. Now, it's very interesting what seemed to be happening with this figure here. It seemed as though Eddie Hansen, the owner of the Kabatamushi mold and the God Beast site, was getting ready for a convention. I say that mostly because there were additional photos of this figure in the coloration of Hordak and Boba Fett, which I imagine were convention exclusives. Anyway, he also had some of the Deceptiwolf Supremes and some of the Glyaxia yellow and blue figures. But the main thing about a good portion of those figures is that there was a process on them that's called flocking, that is within Flocking. Very important that I realize that that's what I'm saying here. Anyway, the process allows for a sort of a coarse, fuzzy feeling on a plastic. Obviously, this isn't that particular. This figure hasn't had that particular process done to it but it's nice to know that he had the option for the Deceptiwolf Supreme because he had predominantly a production release reissue and the flocked one, which, well, since I don't have that, I can't imagine what the parts actually flocked were. But on the Glyaxia colors, it looked like the upper legs, the biceps, and the horn were flocked. He also offered a 3-pack of mini mushies that were also flocked as well. But still, it's excellent that I had the opportunity to grab this. It sold out about as fast as the original one did, I would imagine. They did have some of the Glyaxia figures for a little bit longer, but not much longer. Anyway, if you did manage to get a hold of one, and you didn't get the opportunity before, like me, well, if you didn't get the opportunity to get the first one and you missed out on this one, well, that's unfortunate, but you did kind of have to move fast on it. Anyway, move on to Matt Dowdy and O'Neill design stuff. I gotta say I love this stuff because featuring a new color wave called Ultra Bronze, and the effect is quite nice. And I will start with the skeletons, which I managed to get a hold of. Here we have the Sendelest, which is kind of what the Ultra Bronze coloration is supposed to be. Well, the planet anyway. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that right, so I'm just kind of going off of what I imagine it is. You can definitely see some of the inspiration that he had that it was mentioned on his site of it being Ray Harryhausen inspired. Very nice. Anyway, I also got the Sentinel mutation of this figure. Also very nice as well. Get a bit of an Eldritch vibe from this one, which is not a bad thing. Anyway, we will also go to something else I was also... okay, there we go. Moving on, we also have the Nobato in Ultra Bronze. I love this little guy. He's got this... I also have him in the Neophase colors, and he definitely has a sort of, well, with this head anyway, definitely has a sort of Marvin the Martian vibe to him. And that's always a good thing. Well, if you like the character anyway. Anyway, I also attained the Advanced Phaseon. This color is aqua, by the way. Well, light aqua. With the skeleton, it's a light aqua and dark aqua. But still very nice. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Anyway, moving on. He also had the Elder Excellus in the Ultra Bronze, but typically if you have either the Synchroid or the Elder Excellus, it includes one of the heads that's one of my favorite characters, the Dark Traveler. I have at least 6 of the Dark Traveler in different colors, so obviously it must be my favorite character, otherwise I wouldn't keep buying them. Anyway, moving on, we also have the Argen Mark 15. Now, it did include a swing joint set, which is good because for some odd reason, despite getting my order in, including them in my order, they seem to have disappeared from there, but I'm not going to complain too much. That happens to a lot of people. But anyway, this is still a very nice figure. And you do at least have one set of swing joints if you so desire. Oop. Well, he is kind of back heavy, so let's see here. Come on. I swear it was standing just fine earlier. They have to ultra oil, seriously. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the last figure. We have the Armorvore Granthan Cindelest Hunter. Originally, this wasn't going to be a part of my order until I actually imagined it with the helmet on, like so. And it looks quite nice. You gotta admit, this is a very impressive figure with, even though it did include the head, which is, well, done in the same dark aqua. So you do at least have that option. It definitely looks a little bit more saurian with with the skin in this color, I will admit. And surprisingly, they still have quite a few of these available, along with some. Well, it's in low stock, but they do have some of the Noboto, something like that. They still have them left. So, if any of this excites you, you can, well, for now, you can check out a couple of these figures. They still have them at the time of this recording, so I'll try to get this out as soon as possible to prove that I'm right. Let's see here now. As for God Beast, his stock is a little low right now, but I imagine he's working on something. Perhaps even a coloration in the Ultra Bronze itself. You never can tell. Anyway, that does it for what I have for my Gylos in March. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been the Gylos system from Onell and God Beast, and I bid you good night.